everybody, and welcome back to the Solo Choking and Z Boom! Yeah! Oh. Today we are not going to see a Solo Choking, but a robot, the Robot Spirit. So, to be precise, today we are going to open the box set of the Spacer and the Mazinger Z taken from the TV series Grendizer U! After having seen the Spacer of the SMP Shokugan modeling project, I'm curious to see this model and understand why it costs twice as much. Obviously, we will compare these two Spacer and we will go to see in detail the difference. So, let's not wasting time. Go, go, Duke Fleet! Fly, fly, Grendizer, go! Here we are, the box, and it's huge. Anyway, let's go to open it. Here we are, a brown box, robot, the Robot Spirit, Dimension Nation Web, Dimension Nation, and Bandai, and the logo, recycling logo, Spacer Mazinger Z from Grendizer U. At the side, robot from Grendizer U, but let's go to open it immediately. Wow! Beautiful box, robot, the Robot Spirit, side super, logo, dynamic planning, the new one we already saw on GX117 review, logo Grendizer U from a TV series, logo Dimension Web, quality control Dimension Nation, logo a Bandai logo, Spacer and Mazinger Z from Grendizer U. Here we are. We have the Spacer, Grendizer inside, and behind we have a Mazinger Z. Beautiful image. In the background we have the frontal of Grendizer. We're going to do a comparison later on with the SMP box and see which one is better cover. Anyway, we have Mazinger Z here with a jet scrander. I'm not sure if it's in fly mode, but I think it's just connected. With this three-quarter view, this Grendizer U reminded me a lot of the original Grendizer. Top, we have the name and the continuation of the background image. We can see here the Spacer, the wing, the cockpit, and go to the face in the front. There we go. Nice. Under we have the same image we saw in the background, but a full image. Yeah, it looked like the same. Very nice. I really like it. And the name again. Left we have let's put like that. It's a huge box. So the name here, the name of the product, Grandizer and Mazinger Z, but not take from the TV series, but is the photo of the product itself. The front one it look like a more the front one look like more a drawing. On the right side we have the characters, the two pilots, Duke Fleet and Koji Kabuto, and this image is taken from the TV series, and of course the continuation of the front image. Let's turn the box, and we have behind all components. Spacer Mazinger Z from Grandizer U on the top, similar image. Mazinger Z is ready to shooting a rocket punch, and Grandizer U still inside the UFO, the spacer. So the image, so the box is dedicated more to the spacer, so that's why we have more the spacer. We have a image here of Mazinger Z with the jet scrander more in detail. The coloring look like a mix from the first and second series, but we're gonna have a look better. Mazinger Z is take the color from the comic some. Anyway, here we have a Grandizer U with the head of Mazinger Z, so you can recreate this pose. And here we have the spacer without Grandizer inside, and here on the display. And in the background we have the same image on the front, but more concentrated to Mazinger Z. Is the image more shifted. Okay, let's go and open it from this side. Actually, before opening it, let's do a comparison with the box of SMP. Here you go, that's a brown box, also this one here. Let's take out, and here we go. Let's put side by side, and we can see how big is SMP box. Both are huge, but SMP is a bigger, taller, like a 1 finger and a half, and a deep a finger, something finger and a half. But the Robot Spirit, you can see, is a little bit longer, like 2 finger longer. The image, 2 different products, but I don't know which one is looking better. Image, please leave a comment. I will appreciate it if you tell me what you prefer it. They're both different. I really like a SMP, the Shokugan modeling project, but you know, Space and Mazinger Z, more I look at, more I like it. Maybe the Shokugan modeling project I prefer, maybe, but like I said, more I look in the Mazinger Spacer and Mazinger Z, more I look in the Robot Spirit, more I like it. I don't know. Please leave the comments, and let's go open this model. Let's open this side here. Okay, model open. We can see the continuation of the image of Koji arm. Okay, model is open. box very soft. It's not plastic, but it is a cardboard very thin. And let's have a look at the contents. Okay, the contents. We have the black and white instruction here, and maybe we can start from this one here. We have the spacer and Mazinger Z from Grendizer U. How put the central fin, how you open it, the panel in the back, put together the display. Need to remove a piece for put the display. Here, how you insert, open here, and how you insert Grendizer robot. Need to replace a part, turn the head, and here we can adding extra piece if in a box and a cover put back. Same things here if you want to put the model, the robot. So they give you in the box a mini Grendizer. Here we have a Mazinger Z. In these instructions taken during the build-up, the setup of the Mazinger Z, the construction, because you can see it's still all black. And I know it's a black and white instruction, but definitely usually you recognize some color even if it's a black and white, but here is all in black, so it means wasn't the final product when they've done the instruction. Here the belly to put a jet scrander, here remove the head, and here like put the wings. That was the instruction. Very simple. Let's go have a look at the contents. We have, of course, the spacer, the extra parts, mini Grendizer top part, the fin, the panel, and the stand-up. And here we have our little Mazinger Z. It's so tiny. Anyway. And the wings and jet scrander. Okay, let's start from the Mazinger Z. It's a small Mazinger Z, but it's a lot of details. We can see we have a curve of a breast fire, like in the comic. A pillar, white pillar, like in the comic. And you can't remove it. Very small, so it's very difficult to point out. The eyes around the eyes red, yellow with around the yellow. Sorry, the eyes yellow with all around red. The articulation is yellow, yellow mustard. Some details under the feet. It's all in plastic. See, so some articulation. Here, the connector for the jet scrander. Yeah, only this set of fists. Do the articulation, left to right, and remove it, of course, and to do impose in hand of Grendizer. Some articulation. Yeah, very well articulated. Cannot remove the fist for do a Rocketo punch, unfortunately. The pelvis and the legs. And the fist and the feet. Very possible, this model. Great. But I didn't expect it so small, to be honest, but yeah, as a mini. And here we have the Jet Scrander with a color. Body is strange color as we saw in the GX 117. The wings are well, the body of the second part of the TV series should be yellow and red, but here the body is red and the engine yellow. The central fin long and antenna yellow. Is a mix between first and second season. Anyway, is a coloring dedicated to this Mazinger Z for the Grande Tsar U. So you can change the setup of the wing. Is all of that. Let's put the belt like that, and you can open like that. Okay. Need disconnect. So let's put on the belt to Mazinger Z, and this one going. Yeah, that's going inside, and this one going to the other side. So, and we can attach the Scrander. Our Mazinger Z with a Scrander. Jet Scrander. It's pretty cool, pretty similar to the TV series. Here we are, our little Mazinger with the wings. I must say, these Mazingers that look like they come out from Kinder Surprise. I really hope, actually, it would be awesome if you buy a Kinder Surprise and you have Go Nagai characters like a Mazinger Z, but also remind me when I was kid, a package of the chips, crispy chips, when you can buy, and inside you get a model of mini robots. It was a pretty cool. Look like some look like a Gaiking, and another one the head of Grozer Hicks. Yeah, pretty cool. But that's what I remember. I like the effort, but yeah, that's what remind me this model. Anyway, let's do some comparison. Remove the Scrander. Remove the belt. And we start the first with the Super Robot Chogokin SRC. One of the smaller Mazinger Z from Bandai, and here we go. Look how small it is compared. One is in metal and that one is all in plastic. Look the difference we have. The black of this Mazinger Z is more gray, not lucid, is opaque and not dark It's like a more gray, I see. Don't know if I like too much this black, to be honest. It's too gray for my taste. Look like a, yeah, perfect word is a plastic black. And it is exactly what it is. Plastic black. Let's put another model, Jigsaw 45C, the comic version. With the color comics, they have a peel there, white. Look how tall it is. The eyes is similar, you know, yellow and the border of the eyes red. I'll say these come from both from a TV series, but like not too much to sharing, to be honest. And another model, peel there, white again, at the Jigs 07 from Mazinger Z from Mazinger Kaiser. Interior, in this model you can remove the breastfire and have a curved version, but I don't have at the moment here. But all these models have these similar eyes, you know, the red around the eye and the peel there white. Of course, SRC they have a red, but similar eye. They have all these models have influence from the comic. Someone a little bit more, someone less. I think that was it for the Mazinger Z, and move to the Spacer. And must say it is the main dish of this box set. Let's go open it, the Spacer. And let's take out the Spacer. Wow. Like always, it's hard to keep inside the image because it's huge. Let's move our little Mazinger. We need to add a few parts. Let's add in the center fin. And this is the second part to replace in the front. Let's remove the box action so it's better. Top, front, bottom here, side, back, okay, let's open it. We need to move this stuff left, front and back. So for removal we need to put back, and let's open here. Let's open the back if I can make it. The back, pull up this bit. There we go. Some details inside grandizer, and there we go. Just remove this bit in the front. See the interior. some screw there, so probably only metal, and some screw here. So here we remove this completely. The SMP look like a little bit better internally, but anyway, let's we can remove it and adding the other part. And cover, so you can see the aperture there for insert our grandizer. Let's take a golder from the box. They give you a half grandizer. You can of course turn the head. I don't know why they don't give you already a version. You know, there's no articulation. There you go. It's attached like that. In theory, this set is ready to go. Is ready completely like that. So you don't need to buy the separate grandizer robot. They give you one to add in straight away inside. I think it's a very positive thinking from Bandai. Let's put together the stand-up. And this one on the front. We need remove this bit and put in place. There we go. Spacer on the stand-up. I must say, look pretty cool actually. I want to show you the dimension of Mazinger Z and Grandizer here. It's very a little Mazinger. Look how small it is. Anyway, let's have a look. First things, the difference between the Grandizer they give you inside the box and the one by separate. Of course, it's just the top part, but it is basically the same model, same color, and same head. You know, they remove the articulation. You know, you can just turn the head. The same panel behind the head. And here we go. We'll do a comparison between the two spacer, the Robot Spirit and SMP. Here we go. Difference. The funny things, the Robot Spirit is bigger than SMP, but the front entrance in the Robot Spirit is smaller than SMP. You see how big it is on SMP. The SMP, we need to remove this piece, and here gonna remove our old panel. From the top, you can see Some parts are exactly the same size, like here, but the model is shorter. The RoboSpirit is shorter. And design is longer. SMP is longer. Some parts are less visible, is bigger in the RoboSpirit, the cockpit. Here in the back, they are more square in SMP, and you need to touch the stickers. And RoboSpirit are more rectangular and already colored. Here we go. See, the slightly different. In general, the RoboSpirit is smaller in general. Also on the diameter. These beads in both model, you can move it. Some of the detail here, you have a sticker to attach it, and in the RoboSpirit is not colored there. And look, the difference. The central fin is similar. The color is similar, but the red is more red, Bordeaux red in RoboSpirit, and more red in SMP. Here we need a touch to the stickers and the engine on SMP, and the robot Spirit is already colored. But let's have a look the difference of the engine low part. So in the RoboSpirit is higher and SMP more flatter. See here, it's more flat. Let's remove the two models from the display, and then have a look on the bottom under. The colors are slightly different. RoboSpirit is a little bit more bright blue, and SMP more darker, and this beads is a light in blue, and in SMP is not colored, is red. Here we go. See better. Some detail are similar. For the opening of the RoboSpirit is open like that, and SMP similar, but the opening is bigger. I can put here, you can see some more detail, more blue on SMP and gray and the RoboSpirit. Let's put back to the stand-up. It's easy to manage it. So let's a little bit more complex put together the stand-up here. But both stand-up could be better. There's not written anything. Could be a sticker, something to indicate what it is. But yeah, nothing. It's a little bit poor stand-up, both. Let's put together the model inside the spacer. So let's open the SMP first. Pull up like that, and is connected in the RoboSpirit. you have to remove all pieces. And you can see the part more blue, SMP, and gray. I said the center part here is red, of course. And the Robo Spirit, gray and blue. I must say the SMP for now look like a better in general. Anyway, just need to remove this bit, SMP, and pull back that's inside. And we can put our grandizer inside. And close it. Let's insert our grandizer on Robo Spirit. The head just turning on the Robo Spirit, but SMP need be replaced. Let's remove these bits, and you can see this blue and become red and blue on the side. To cover, was more cover from the movable wings. Let's put inside now with a short leg side and close it here, close this bit and move up the head. Here we go, the two spacer with both robot inside. And I must say, the spacer SMP look like a even bigger with the grandizer inside. Grandizer you have a small head from a small head compare the Robo Spirit. The Robo Spirit head is bigger and the spacer it look like a little bit smaller. But I know it's a spacer is smaller, but it look like even more smaller. Look, that's how different size. Emphasize more the size with the small head, of course. Two finger and a half shorter. I think the Robo Spirit look like a little bit more the original grandizer with this dimension, but the SMP look like a more the TV series grandizer U. So last compare I want to show was extra comparison between Robo Spirits and the spacer SRC. Super Robot Chogokin, and we can see the spacer Super Robot Chogokin is small but bigger on diameter, but not in length. But with this one we can go to the final comment with this robot, the Robo Spirit Spacer and Mazinger Z from Grandizer U. Here we are to the final comment of this Spacer and Mazinger Z set from the Grandizer U series for Bandai's Robot, the Robo Spirit Size Super line. A good product, even it is all in plastic. The spacer is solid, not huge as we see, but slightly longer, but no larger than the spacer from SRC, Super Robot Chogokin. But as they say, size doesn't matter. Even though in the TV series, this spacer is gigantic compared to the Grandizer robot. And this is better represented in the SMP model. but this model is more solid and feels less fragile when held in your hands. However, there aren't huge difference between the two models. The dimensions, some colors and some geometric shapes overall are similar, but the most important thing is having an extra body in the box. This is important for two reasons. One, you can buy this set and not need a grandizer to insert. Or if you already have the robot, you can place your model next to the spacer and have one insert in and one stand up at the same time. However, comparing it to the TV series, the SMP is more in line with both the color and the dimensions compared to this robot Spirit, unfortunately. Even it is tiny, Mazinger Z is cute, but is in scale with the Grandizer robot. And if the Grandizer model is only slightly bigger than the SRC, this Mazinger Z has to be a mini Mazinger Z, which is very reminiscent of the little robots that we are found inside the potato chips package in the 80s, at least in Italy. However, for a small robot, all parts are very detailed and obviously also is made in plastic. Exclusive Tameshi Web model like the Spacer SMP, but for the price of 33,000 yen, more or less 200 euros, 380 New Zealand dollars, plus shipping, it is a very high price, double than one for SMP. Yes, you have something more, but everything is smaller. This robot, the Spirit, has reached price of Solo Chokin models, but is all in plastic. This scares me a bit, because if and when the Solo Chokin will be released, it will be an expensive price, but we will see. That's all for today. See you at the next review. Always here at Solo Chokin and Z!